Once upon a time, I thought I didn't have Artblock. I opened my sketchbook and told myself, I'm just taking a tiny break. A very reasonable, totally normal break. And 2 weeks later, I was still staring at that blank page. And 2 months later, I swear I saw a pen roll off my desk, turn around and glare at me like it was judging my life choices. I wandered through my apartment, mumbling excuses like, it's fine, I'm mentally drawing. That counts, right? Every glance at my sketchbook was terrifying. Dusty, menacing, probably plotting revenge. I said, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll draw something epic. And tomorrow came and it stared at me like a tiny judgmental ghost of my artistic potential. I didn't want to admit it to myself, but I knew what was going on. Artblock had returned. Fortunately, I knew what I had to do. I had to get to the root of the problem.
So, what is the problem between you two?
They don't let me create!
Artblock, when did this problem start?
Probably around 2019, when I tried to draw a horse, and it ended up looking like a bread loaf. I saw my chance.
And what do you feel when they sit down to draw?
Physically ill. Also kinda bored. I prefer when they scroll on TikTok for 6 hours.
So you're the reason I spent all summer binge watching cat videos instead of drawing?
Don't act like you didn't enjoy it, you little.
Alright, moving on. What do you think is the biggest problem in your relationship?
They keep trying out new ideas. It's like exhausting.
That's literally the point of art.
Artblock, do you think you might be a bit jealous?
Yes, I miss when they were stuck drawing anime eyes in the corner of their homework paper.
We have moved on from that. We draw full bodies now.
Listen, if this is going to work, you both need to compromise.
Fine, I will let them draw. Once a month.
What the Okay, we're done. Pack your erasers and leave your After therapy, I entered the bargaining phase. This is where your sketchbook becomes a hostage and you are the desperate negotiator begging for mercy. Okay, just one doodle. That's all. I swear I'll feed you cookies, maybe even some chocolate. But of course, nothing happens. The page just stays blank, smugly mocking me. I tried to negotiate it with pencils. If I draw a frog, will you forgive me? The pencils stayed silent. I pleaded with pens, crayons, even my eraser. Nothing. I swear my ruler gave me the side eye too. Artblock had turned my entire desk into a courtroom. And I was on trial for things I didn't even commit. Mainly overthinking though, that one I admit to. I started bargaining with time itself. Okay, universe, I'll wake up early tomorrow. I'll draw for 30 minutes before breakfast and I'll do anything. But tomorrow arrived and I stared at my sketchbook like it had personally betrayed me. The pencils were like, we warned you. I bargained with logic. If I draw slowly, maybe it will count. I bargained with motivation. If I promise to reward myself with ice cream, surely I can draw something. And yet, I still didn't draw. Bargaining is exhausting, it's emotional, it's soul-sucking. And that's when I thought, maybe the problem isn't me. Maybe it's the supplies. I figured I knew the solution. Surely all I needed was the right tools. Better pens, fancier markers, sketchbooks with premium paper that would magically cure my art block, right? Wrong. So very wrong. I went on a shopping spree. Amazon became my best friend, my therapist, my emotional punching bag. By the time I finished, I had enough art supplies to open my own stationery store. Markers, pens, sketchbooks, fancy erasers shaped like unicorns. Probably some that could fix world hunger if I just drew hard enough. Delivery day arrived, I opened the packages with the excitement of a child on Christmas morning, and then froze. The pens looked at me like,
you will fail. You know it, and we know it.
And I just stared back and I didn't drop. I organized them by color, size, type, emotional trauma potential. Artblock sipped tea in the corner, smugly watching the chaos unfold. I even tried motivational techniques. I whispered to the pens, we're in this together. You and I can make magic. But they didn't respond. The sketchbook just glared. The fancy markers, the ones I spent my life savings on, looked like tiny judgmental judges. Artblock was winning again. Surprise, surprise. After After spending days, maybe weeks, hoarding every possible art supply known to mankind, you think the next step would be drawing, right? Haha, wrong. The moment I finally had the perfect tools, I realized I still couldn't draw. But somehow one idea still popped into my head. I'll draw a cat. That seems pretty simple, right? But no, my brain immediately shouted, the worst cat in the history of cats. Do not even try that. I sat there, pencil in hand, heart racing. Each line felt like a life or death decision. What if the whiskers were too long, too short? What if the cat's soul judged me? What if the cat was actually a cursed demon pretending to be a cat? You start spiraling so hard, it feels like your sketchbook has grown eyes and is suddenly judging every terrible life choice you've ever made. And just when you think you're doomed to sit there forever, you remember, maybe, just maybe, inspiration is out there somewhere waiting to save your soul. After the exhausting overthinking spiral, I finally thought, maybe I just need inspiration. Surely, if I scroll through Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, something will spark my creativity, right? Maybe a cat wearing a crown, or a potato dressed like a Napoleon, or a raccoon painting a masterpiece. Who knows? So I scrolled, and scrolled, and scrolled. Every post was either perfect or terrifying. 14-year-olds creating hyper-realistic portraits, or some person drawing a galaxy on a single fingernail. And there I was, struggling to even draw a circle without questioning my entire existence. So I closed the apps, and I promised myself, okay, now I'll draw. I picked up my pencil and then instinctively reopened the apps. 5 minutes later, existential dread returned. I watched a 10-second tutorial of someone shading a leaf perfectly, and suddenly I was crying into a sketchbook that had nothing on it. So I tried to rationalize it. Okay, maybe I'm gathering ideas, doing research. But research doesn't draw lines. Research doesn't pick up the pencil. Research just eats your motivation for breakfast and laughs as your creativity slowly evaporates. And yet, even in this digital chaos, inspiration does exist somewhere. A spark, a tiny idea, a glimmer of hope that if you survive this phase, maybe, just maybe, you'll actually draw. And then the breaking point had arrived. Anger, desperation. Artblock had pushed me so far that my pencils were no longer safe. I threw them across the room and I screamed. I dramatically shoved my sketchbook off the table only to catch it at the last second, gasping for air. Everything annoyed me. The pens that wouldn't write, the erasers that smudged, the coffee that had gone cold. Even my own reflection in the window seemed to mock me. I felt like a character in a tragedy, except it was my own desk causing the drama. I paced around the room, failing dramatically, imagining every line I could draw, and then rejecting it all. I was both the artist and the antagonist in this chaotic story. Every idea felt like a trap, every pencil a ticking time bomb. Somewhere in the chaos, a tiny thought crept in. Maybe drawing ugly stuff, garbage drawings, silly doodles might actually work. But I was too mad to even consider it. I was locked in a war between perfectionism, despair, and sheer frustration. And yet, this was necessary. Anger sharpened the contrast between despair and relief. Without it, the garbage breakthrough wouldn't have felt nearly as sweet. I was almost ready for phase 8 when chaos finally turned into freedom, and my first ugly doodles saved my soul. Finally, I hit the garbage breakthrough. I drew dumb stuff, potatoes with arms, frogs wearing hats, Shrek as a croissant, absolute chaos. And somehow it worked. My sketchbook finally felt alive again. Not perfect, not serious, but alive for the first time in weeks. I felt free. I laughed at my own ridiculous drawings. I realized that art didn't have to be perfect. It didn't have to make sense. I could draw garbage, draw chaos, draw nonsense, and that was totally okay. The moment I embraced the ugly, the weird, the absurd, something unlocked inside me. Fun returned. Drawing became play. My sketchbook was no longer a haunted house. It was a playground. I experimented, laughed, and made every idea ridiculous just for the joy of it. Memes, cursed characters, random nonsense. This was the art I had been missing. The creativity I thought was gone forever had come back. Momentum started building. I drew non-stop. Hand cramps, no sleep, caffeine overdoses, none of it mattered. The garbage phase had transformed into a pure chaotic joyride. Artblock had lost its grip, and I finally remembered why I loved drawing in the first place. Artblock no longer had power over me anymore. It was time for a proper goodbye. I grabbed a pen, took a deep breath, and began writing most chaotic, dramatic letter in the history of humanity. Dear Artblock, I wrote, you were a relentless, judgmental, messy roommate. You mocked my pencils, scared my sketchbook, and laughed at my frozen brain. But today I am free. Goodbye, you cursed menace. I continued scribbling, venting every frustration. You've tormented me with overthinking, scroll spiral, and existential dread. You are hereby exiled from my art forever. may you haunt someone else's sketchbook. And then I sealed the letter. I didn't just write a goodbye, I made it ceremonial, a full-on chaotic ritual. My sketchbook finally felt like mine again. Drawing wasn't stressful anymore. It was play, it was fun, it was freedom. Artblock tried to sneak back, but I waved the letter like a sword. Nope, not today. The end. I want to thank everyone who actually made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and also tell me in the comments if you are currently going through Artblock, because maybe we can help each other out a little bit. Anyway, see you next time. Bye!